Hello! Yes, this looks a bit strangely familiar. This is another unboxing. This time it's the Geometric Future Model 5, but this is the black grey version, which I thought might be interesting to have a look at. So I'm using one in the system for somebody. So if you've seen the first video, then obviously this one isn't going to be the same. It's not going to be sort of quite as padded out. So let's get straight on with it and open it, have a look. So we obviously have to cut the thing first. So I'll just go along the top there. You can just about see it on the main camera. And on here, they don't skimp on the tape. It's well sealed, and I'll run along the top with the blade as well. Be very careful not to push it too far in. I should do it. Almost, not quite. And fold those down. Fold those down, fold those down. Get these out of the way. And this side as well. Actually just push that back in. It's almost fallen off actually. Like a bit. Nothing else fallen off. I've lost the flap. So I've got to be careful with this box and get it out of the way. So that's that. Right, let's get it. Something moved then. Not sure what it was, but something moved. Lift that up. Like that. I'm not going to use that as a handle because that's a bit, that bends. So we'll just push this up like that. Flip it over. Like this. Let's see if we can turn it up without destroying it. Doesn't seem as heavy as the green one, but we'll get everything out. Get rid of this polystyrene. And there we are. That actually looks quite nice, doesn't it? What do you think about that then? Wow. Is it nicer than the other one? It's just different, isn't it? I'll get the lazy Susan out because it's going to be make life a lot easier when it comes to spinning it round. Remember, this came from like a garden centre, so if you've got a patio table you can put your pole in the middle of it with your umbrella on. But it's extremely handy for doing this. So that's the grey one. Pretty nice. So let's get the panels off. Now with this, there's a nice sticker on the top which I'll show you in a second. You push it up and my little poppers come out, and then you pull it back and it lifts straight off. That's because on the main camera here you can see there are little, not clips as such, but the little fastenings that slide under, and there is a helpful sticker on the back that says this is how you do it: pull up, pull out, don't try and lift the front because you'll just bend it. And there's also a warning as well, just in case you didn't see the main sticker and you're attracted to like warning signs. So that's the top panel off. Now the side panel, if you just put your fingers in there and just pull it, that lifts straight out. Now you can grab both sides of the glass because they put plastic coating on the inside and the outside of the case. it's the little details that matter, isn't it? And that's a very nice little detail, I think, because it means that you can, you know, you don't have to worry too much about sticky fingers. Now the front bit, I kind of got wrong in the first video. You push it off the top and it comes off the bottom as well. So it doesn't, it has little studs on it at the top and the bottom, and they go into little clips. So it doesn't pull forward and lift out, it just pulls forward. So that's the front off, and it's got that nice L shape. And then in here we've got some connectors, just like on the other one. They're cable tied by a fairly large cable zip tie. So that's one zip tie out. And then what we'll do is we'll spin round to the side, to the back side. This grey with that's really nice, because this is actually mesh. If I just push that, it does the same thing. It just pops off and then lifts out. So I've reached for the cable tie removal thing, but I haven't grabbed any other tools. That's the PSU bay. So the only real thing you've got to worry about with this case is making sure that your PSU isn't a weird size or the wrong size. Not necessarily weird, because on most cases the PSU goes there, doesn't it? Like that. So it doesn't really matter how long it is, and sometimes it's helpful if the connectors are facing out for when you're plugging things in. But on this, the power supply goes in this cavity here, so if you have got side ones, that's not going to work. And if it's longer than about 16 centimeters, it's not going to fit, because you've got to get the power supply in and the cables and then route them through. But yeah, but that's basically everything out. I've got another cable tie there. I'm just gonna snip that one as well, so we'll have that out like that. You can do this with a pair of scissors. You don't need funky tools. I'm going to do a video about tools at some point. These are cable tie snippers. You can see they've got a hooked beak, so when you grab it, it reduces the chance of you snipping the cable behind it. Very handy. Mainly, basically means I can talk about things while I'm using the tools, rather than focusing on using the tools and not speaking. So with that cable there, I think I might route that one. Straight up like that. It doesn't look great, does it? I'll do the next one. Next one along might look better. So we'll have it in there, and that will go up, and then it will go to there. So in case you missed that, because I was standing in front of the camera, I pulled the cable up through there, because the power supply cable's going to fit in there, right? I did a webinar about this thing here. What it basically is, it's and this is a thing, isn't it? It's not a thing for me, but it might be a thing for you. You can put your little toy on it, can't you? So I mean, yeah, okay, why not? Stand a sort of a anime / manga character there, or the Doom guy, or in this case the Cheshire Cat. This is a magnetic one that fits on your shoulder. Absolute genius. Here's an interruption. I've been banging on about that thing, that metal plate being a sort of display platform for a while, and so I thought, I know what I'll do is I better check the website out. And yes, these are some of the images from that website, and you can see on the left we've got Fun Get Functional built-in display platform. So they are plugging it as a display platform where you can stand your characters on or whatever, which is what I thought it was predominantly for. So I guessed that quite right. But what I didn't realise was that they're actually plugging it as a guided air intake too, which is basically genius, isn't it? Really, if you think about it, because you've got the 4 fans at the bottom. Well, 3 on the bottom and the 1 on the side are both reverse blades, so they're pulling air in. And obviously, if you've got a sizable graphics card that sort of goes, well, if it's long enough, then it will sort of fill that gap, won't it, between the plate and the back plate of the case. So you get all the air from those fans heading straight into it. So I don't know whether that makes any difference or not to cooling, but that, I thought I'd put this bit in just to clarify, just in case this sort of case was puzzling you a little bit. And of course you can just remove that plate, which is what I've tended to do. So yeah, anyway, let's carry on with what we're doing. So you can do that. Now, I think last time I had problems unscrewing those, and I still have problems unscrewing those. They're a bit tight, so I need to get my right angles screwdrivers out. These I use to take apart a graphics card. So I'm going to go underneath here and just crack those, just so they're not tight, so I can loosen them. And there's actually one for this stand here, which you can't see very well, but I'll lift it up. There's a support bracket there, so if you've got a really heavy power supply, I guess you can support it with that, or you can just take it off. I think it's going to be strong enough with that off, so it's more a transit thing more than anything else. So if I undo those screws there, these are captive screws, so they don't come out. But that's basically a platform. I don't know, there's nowhere else you can put it that I can see. So you could put it there and it sort of slides like that. They want it to go like that, because that's where that sort of stand is. But you know, you can take it out like I have. So I'm going to just crack that one. I might have to unscrew that fully, I don't know. So if you've got a bendy screwdriver, because you can get bendy ones, can't you? But they might still be a little bit long. So that's loose enough to undo. Now this one down here, I might have problems with this one. No, I've got it. I can't get the torque, but I can. It's coming out. It's fiddly. More fiddly than perhaps it needs to be. But we're okay because it's doing it. Bear with me. I'm unscrewing it slowly but surely. That's loose now, so I can probably spin it. And it comes out. So that's that one out. This one here, I think I can unscrew with my fingers now. So we'll just give that, no, that's doing it up, I think. Hang on, let's get it undone. It's quite awkward to get out, but it's coming slowly but surely. I'll do it with my fingers now, so I think we're all right. There we go. I mean, that took longer than I was hoping it would. That's the screw out. So we just take the bracket off. So that's that support bracket that was there. We'll put that there. And I think you can put it there, although you do get that ugly screw there. Not like that. Won't go like that. No, like that. No, it's not going to work, is it? So that's where we are so far. Down the bottom there's a GPU mount, but I'll look at that when I actually assemble the computer. So let's look in the box here and see what we've got in here. We have fairly comprehensive screws, including what look like fan screws, fan radiator screws. Not sure why they're in there, but they're there, because most coolers will come with the right ones. Velcro, how many of those do you get? 2, 4, hang on, I can't see. 2, 4, 6, 8 is it? 2, oh, so fiddly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're getting 8 branded sort of Velcro cable ties, 2 replacement clips for your side panels, and a manual. I think the manual's actually quite good. It's bilingual, but also mainly in English. This, haven't corrected it yet. It still says storage rock, including 2 loose-proof screws. So they mean storage rack, including 2 captive screws, is what they should say. Maybe they should get me to sort of proofread their manuals. I mean, you get it in actual Chinese, and then again in something else, might be Japanese, I don't know, might be Korean. And then you get the breakdown of the actual case itself. So the manual is actually quite good, and it gives you instructions about how to fit things and where you place things and all kind of stuff like that. So an SSD mount. So if you are thinking of buying this case, I heartily recommend you grab hold of the manual, because it will give you lots and lots of different, well, it'll give the information you're looking for when you come to building it. So I'm going to make this into a computer for somebody. So once that's done, I'll take it on the end of this video. But that's the unboxing. Does it look better than the other ones because they come in lots of different colours? I think it looks nice, and they all look nice. But anyway, liking and subscribing is appreciated, and thanks for watching this bit, and stay tuned for the actual final build. Right, so the PC is built using the case. Now what I've taken the panels off because they're quite reflective. It is, remember, very cool that they've put plastic film on both sides of the glass, so that while you're assembling things you don't get it all grubby. And this is what it looks like. Does it look better than the other one? Sort of, but also no. Yes, no, it's personal preference, isn't it? The fans again are brilliant because they're reverse blade. Those 4 there are reverse blade. That one pulls air out. They've got quite a nice ARGB sort of ring around it, quite a nice accent. This graphics card doesn't need the GPU support, which is okay. I've taken my little tray out, and I've taken the bracket at the front out, because I don't think they're needed for this build. And I think it looks rather nice. With the side panels on, it looks even better, but as I say, it's very reflective. The grey is quite nice. Is there can you get a RGB grey? You could probably make a grey to match that if you want to, you know. All you do is take a photograph of it, shove it in Photoshop, and then check the colour, and it'll tell you the colour, and then you can enter the colour manually. So that's a bit of a sneaky trick, isn't it? So you can basically match the ARGB. That assumes, however, that the lights you've got accurately, you know, display a colour when you put the hex in or the RGB in. Doesn't always happen. Yeah, so it's very much like the other one I reviewed. Really nice. Again, it's got that thing at the bottom as well. That can just pull straight out. There's some resistance to it because it's got little clips there. This is actually more resistance in this one than on the green one. There's something there. I don't know if it's a magnet or not. Have I got something magnetic? Will that do it? That is a magnet. So there is a magnet there. So that probably means because it's symmetrical. But that's a magnet as well. So it has got little magnets on, but it mainly uses little clips. So it'll use the magnets to stop vibration rather than hold it in. But those clips are pretty powerful. So I think they might have tweaked the design for the grey one, because the other one I reviewed, it just came out much more easily. I'm trying to do it with one hand without shaking the PC around. But you hear that nice click? So yeah, if you've got any questions about it, stick them in the comments. Liking and subscribing is always appreciated. I won't bombard you with videos. I don't announce new videos because you probably came here just to watch this one. So if you subscribe, it helps me, but I then won't, you know, you don't constantly get videos about things you're not interested in. So yeah, thanks for watching.